everybody, it's T. And yes, I know I had to get a new camera because my other one didn't work, and so I wasn't able to do the free reading Facebook video. So I'm using my tablet to try to record. The only problem is I have to keep looking over here at Facebook to get the questions and then coming back over to you to say the answers. So we're going to hope that this does a little bit better, and if so, then I'll do them a lot more often because I have a lot more videos to do today. First of all, I want to talk about my website, Pick a Daily Crystal. I do this really cool thing on my website where you can head on over there to TessaLunaLlluvia.com, or PsychicT.com still works, and you can pick a daily crystal. And so, you know, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm having such a horrible day or something, go over there and pick a crystal and see what it's telling you to use for that day for what you're feeling. So that's really cool too, and I'm going to upload a bunch of videos about that too. Also, I still had a bunch of you sending me questions to my email, which I say do it on Facebook, but a lot of people forget or don't think about it. So I'll try to get a couple of them over there also, so I can kind of knock them out on both ends. But from now on, I'll only be answering them on Facebook. So what you have to do is you have to head on over to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/TessaLuna Lluvia, and that's TessaLunaLluvia, which that is my new name that I legally changed my name to. And if you've been following me on Facebook, you know why that happened. And if not, I'll do a video talking more about that later for sure. Okay, so what you do is every week I pin a post at the top of my TessaLuna Lluvia fan page. And underneath that post, you can post your question for the next week's video. Now, please note that I don't keep all the questions from the previous post to use in the next video. You literally have to go on there every week and post a new question. You are only allowed one question per month. So if I've already answered a question for you this month, please wait a month before you post another one. And as always, I mean, my email question readings are like really cheap. I mean, so if you're really in desperate need and you're mad you didn't get picked, it's like $15. It's like nothing. Or I can also do like Facebook chats for like $25, and I'll talk to you for like 15 minutes. So that's a really good deal. So if you didn't get picked, you can always go over there and just talk to me personally, and then you can ask all you want. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then after the video, I'll go into more of what I've got coming up this week. So I'm going to go all the way down, and like I said, I still had some people sending some stuff to email, so I'll answer a couple on email also just to kind of knock them out. So, okay, the very first question, and I noticed that some people, like, deleted their question. Like, I guess they thought I wasn't going to get to it or something, so they're like, I'm just going to delete it. If you do that, it won't get answered, so I'm not just going to remember that you posted it and then think that I'm just going to go back to it. Also, one specific question, so don't ask something like, what does Spirit have in store for me, or what's a general message, because that could be 100,000 things and we could be here all night, and I'm still probably not going to address what you was really wanting to know for this question. So just one specific question, please, and that can be love, it can be career, it can be finances. I will not do any missing person, missing items, or missing pets, or any mediumship readings like angels or guides on these free questions. For that, you will have to go to my website, TessaLunaLlluvia.com, or again, PsychicT.com, and get a reading, and then we can go into detail with that. So I want to go on, let's see, let me go ahead and take my first question, and I'm not sure, my Facebook is like putting them all over the place. Some are saying like a week, 2 weeks ago, and I can't really figure out what's what. So, okay, so I'll just pick one out of whatever. Okay, so I have one from Melissa, and I'm going to like it so you know that I answered it, and reply with a heart so you know that it got answered today in the video. And her question is, will things work out between the father of my son and I to be able to be good parents? The very first thing I picked up was tension, and that tells me that even though I feel like that you are so ready to try to have a good relationship with him and really try to work on this for the benefit of your son, I feel like he has a lot of issues that he hasn't worked out with the relationship and what happened between you guys, and how things kind of are going between you two. And so I'm going to say on your end, absolutely. I'm going to say on his end, I think within about a year and a few months, he'll come around and you will be able to be better parents. But right now, I think you just have to stay really strong and be that rock that you've always been. Okay, moving on to the email questions. Let me go over here and get those. Okay, and I had this really weird question from this girl, but I'm like gonna bring it up. She asked me, now listen to what I say when I say dear, okay? Dear Psychic T, quote, Psychic T, is there really such a thing as psychics? Okay, moving on. So anyway, so now I'm going to head back over here and I'm going to answer another question. And this is from, I think it's Lisa Moonbeam. She says, my question is, am I meant to do psychic development course in the next year? Here's my question for you. And let me give you a little heart. And says answered in video, so you know to look. My question to you is, I always suggest for everybody that they should always tap into their inner abilities. These abilities were given to you in this lifetime for this path and this purpose that you're walking here. And when you don't tap into them and you don't learn how to use them properly, you kind of go through your path blindsided. It's kind of like walking blind into a forest and not knowing what tree you're going to hit next. So I absolutely always suggest that somebody learn how to tap into their abilities and know and learn the abilities that they have the strongest here to walk their path and purpose here. So my answer, of course, is going to be a yes. Now you asked, should you take mine? I would love it if you took mine, because I love to spiritually mentor people, but you don't have to. But here's my suggestion if you decide not to take mine. Do not take any group classes. Always look for somebody who does individually train their people. Because look, this is why. If you have 5 to 6 people in a room, okay, and they all have different abilities, and I stand here for an hour and I focus on the general abilities and how to generally use them so I can kind of speak to everybody, you're really not getting your money's worth. You really need that one-on-one training. Now, if you can find somebody like me that does that individual one-on-one training, and for that whole hour they're talking to you and they're discussing your abilities and how you can better use them, then that's what you should do. But yes, absolutely, girl, I would love to have you in my class. Absolutely. But my answer is always yes to that question. I really think it's important, especially in this day and age of awakening, that people really tap into their abilities and learn to use them, and so they can really start to live their purpose. You know, some people wait until like their kids are grown up and go to college, and it's like, girl, why'd you wait so long? And it's like, oh, you know, I had to live my life. I get it. You know, I was lawyer by day, psychic by night, and I eventually had to make a decision. You know, was I going to continue to do law, or was I going to make this my full-time job? And I did make this my full-time job. And so that's what I chose to do. And I am still young. I'm only 39, so I am still young. But I don't suggest you wait a really long time. I think that you can really start to live your purpose and your abundant path now if you dive into it. And yes, I would absolutely love to help you with that. Okay, my other question that, again, I'm going over here to email is from Maya, and her question is, will she be moving this year? My answer to you, Maya, is absolutely. I'm looking at Christmas and you're not even where you are now. So I'm going to say by end of November, you have for sure moved out of where you are now. And you have absolutely got together a plan. I'm not going to say that your plan is together. I don't think that happens till like February of 2016. But you've definitely moved out and your plan is starting to come together and you absolutely start to know the direction that you want to go. And so, yes. So my answer to you is yes, and I pick up late November. So, okay, so I'm going to pick up one more question. And then remember, you can always go to my Facebook page and ask those questions under that pinned post. Okay, the next one is from Ashley. I think it's Reese. Hi, T. It's Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Do you see my finances looking better in the next month? Okay, this one was from September 4th. And like I said, I had a little webcam problem, people. So I have to use my tablet. And I'm hoping that I don't look like a ghost. I was like, this is crazy because, like, I'm not, like, that big. But my webcam makes me look like 20, 30 pounds more. And my skin is like dark. I'm mixed, so my skin is like dark. And on camera, it looks like really light. And I'm like, what is going on? So that's a little weird. But I did get this new camera. And like I said, well, it's my tablet. But like I said, I'm hoping that this makes a better video so I can go ahead and shoot them all out there. But I absolutely, Ashley, do you see your finances getting better? I see some type of a job improvement. I don't know if it's like a promotion or like you're working in the same place and you get a raise or what's going on with that, because I don't really see you going to a different job. I just see your finances improving. So I'm going to say there's some type of a raise or something going on with that, or you're taking on more responsibilities and they're willing to pay you a little more. That's what I picked up for you. So I'm going to give you a little heart and put answered in new video, so you know that it's going to be in this video and you can watch it. So that's going to be my questions that I answer for today. Again, I do have radio shows coming up this week. Let's see, tomorrow I have a radio show with my gorgeous sister Amber. It's called All About Love. You can call in and ask us your relationship questions. So if you had a relationship question that didn't get answered today, you can head on over to Blog Talk Radio /Psychic T or TessaLuna Lluvia. Look for me and look for my show, or just go to my Facebook page, my TessaLuna Lluvia Psychic T Facebook page, that you could also find on my profile page, which is Facebook.com/just Psychic T. That's my profile, and you can find my page from there. And you can find all my links to all my events. You can subscribe to my events, and you can see when my next free show is going to be. Because I have another one Thursday with Rebecca, Transforming with T and Rebecca. And then I have some really cool chakra series shows on Mix LR coming up next week. And so, yeah, so if you haven't already, head on over to Facebook, Facebook.com/TessaLuna Lluvia. The link will be in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to me yet on YouTube, do that, so you will always know when my new videos are ready to view. And I have some really cool gemstone and crystal videos coming later tonight, and some cool chakra videos coming later this week. So if you haven't done that already, like my page so you can ask your question, because you have to be a fan to ask a question. It's just fair. And head on over to YouTube and subscribe to my page. And then there's some really cool giveaways I do for people that subscribe to my page and like my pages. So, you know, head on over there and do that, and you might get you something free. I'm just putting it out there. And then don't forget, on my website, PsychicT.com or TessaLunaLluvia.com. Of course, like I said, I'll do another video on why I did all that. And go ahead and pick your daily crystal. And so you see what crystal resonates best with you. And as always, thanks for everybody for watching my video. And as always, a new free reading video is every single Friday. Head on over to Facebook and get your questions in for that next week. Please remember that I do not keep the old questions from the last pinned post, and so you have to ask a new question. So if you've already asked, you're going to have to ask again, okay? And do not email me the question. I'm only doing Facebook questions only. Okay, so thanks, everybody. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye.